Well, here we are in a cozy holiday setting at Lazy Boy with Lazy Boy amazing interior designer Liz Schlessinger. So happy to be here with you.
Well, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me in your home today.
It's pretty cozy, isn't it?
It is so cozy, and of course, as everybody gets over their stuffing and their Thanksgiving turkeys, they're thinking, oh boy, it's time to decorate this house and get the holidays officially underway. And if they could have a room that looks like this, then mission accomplished. So where do we begin, Liz?
Well, what we started with is this is a recliner sofa, and it's really kind of a neutral tone, but we wanted to add some spark of color with it.
Yes.
So we decided to put this Riley leather recliner, which is similar to the ones you've sat on the set.
I recognize the carpet as well.
And the carpet, yes. So that was another inspiration, is the bright red area rug to go with this chair. And then we added a pop of color on the pillows. And then these are some of our tables from Hammery, and they've got lots and lots of categories to pick from, transitional, contemporary. And so there's lots of those types of tables. And then we added the red lamps from Uttermost. And then we have this real pretty cabinet over here. This is a library cabinet. And we added a lot of like reds and chargers in there, and just put the pop of color in there.
Now let me ask you this. Okay, let's say somebody is looking for furniture. Obviously this is a great way to go, especially if you're looking to get a really cozy room. Now once they've already have their room in place, and if they don't have this furniture particularly, but they want to add all of the accessories and all of the decor to make it feel festive, where do you begin on that note?
You just you look at somebody's home, and you get an inspiration of what they have, and you get a feel of what's in their home. And then from that point you determine what style is comfortable for them. And then that's sort of your inspiration point, and that's where you start from.
So we have a lot of red, so we already kind of have that vibe going, that Christmas color. But now you have so many other colors and elements. You've added everything from lights to garland to ornaments. There's just so much. So are there any rules of thumb insofar as decorating? Well,
like for instance the tree, this is a taller, more narrow tree that fits in that corner right there for us. So you don't want to overwhelm your room with a big tree, like too big of scale. So we just found something that was appropriate for the size.
So for a room like this, it would be better to go tall and narrow? And if somebody has a really small space, if their space is not quite as big, would you recommend a smaller tree? What would you recommend?
Well, what you can do is, even if you have a small decorative little table, even round or whatever, you can put a small, almost like a topiary tree on that, and just use a smaller scale tree. You don't have to go with a floor tree.
And I like that there's really no rules, because I mean, you think about, for instance, stockings, right? You think you have to hang them by the fireplace, but I noticed you put them over by the cabinet. So what was the reasoning behind the whole decor of the cabinet itself?
Well, I just wanted to bring color in, and on the top I just put a sheer fabric, just draping it on there.
I love that, by the way.
And then I had these those little LED lights, which I think are kind of interesting, because they lighten and darken. And then I had a little silver straight little tree up there, and I put a spiral of berries on it, just to add some dimension and some contrast to it.
So you've got berry garland and you've got the green garland, so you kind of have that contrast, and then you have a different look. And those little details, I mean, even the sparkly things, there's sparkly colors, there's glittery ornaments, there's pine cones. I mean, mixing and matching, is that kind of one of the best ways to do it?
It is, and that's what makes it kind of fun. On this table, this is one of our bowls from Lazy Boy, one of our accessories, and I just put some of the tulle fabric in there, put pine cones, put ornaments, and then these vases are also from Lazy Boy, and we filled them and put some beads around it, and just you throw a few candles on, and it just becomes a very cozy environment.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing how you can just take a simple vase and make it so festive and so fun, and it really just adds so much dimension to just each area. And I like how you put all of the gauze even in the bowl. Is that what that is? Like a gold gauze?
Yeah, it's a tulle. It's called tulle fabric, and you can get it, and you can get it in any color that you want. So you can that I just happen to have some gold fabric like that, and then I took these other little beads that I had. This is also comes like in a string, and I just kind of let it drape out of the bowl.
Are there any rules with candles? I mean, I know people get a little bit worried with using candles over the holidays when they've got the trees, and especially in a place so dry. I mean, do you have any rules? I mean, is it just better to keep them in?
Well, you want to keep them in a container that isn't gonna, if you don't are not watching it at all times, but they always say don't leave candles unattended.
Anyway, yeah.
But there are candles, they're called LED candles, and they can be left on all night, basically, and so you don't have to worry about them at all. And they come in different sizes and different shapes, so it's just an easy way to light without having to worry about the danger of the fire.
And speaking of lights, let's just real quickly just touch on lights in general, because you know, some houses you see so many colors and it almost looks like too much. Other times you see people really matching the colors, and some people just do white. What's your decision here? Because I see a lot of color, but it looks really classy and tasteful.
Well, here I just decided to use the white lights, and then we did colorful ornaments on this. But over here we have these little vases over here, and
they
artificial.
Look like big ornaments. That's what
they do, but they're vases, and I just decided to put the lights inside of them, and then I took an artificial tree and then wrapped some colorful lights on it because it shows a little better.
And with the blue LED lights as well. So you you really made a nice contrast, but it all still blends.
Right.
And as far as time goes, if we had to do a whole day of this and everybody's saying, oh, how much time should I allot, what would you say in general?
You know what, this probably took me about maybe 2 hours, maybe 3.
Not bad at all.
Right.
And if you have help from the family, even better.
Right.
I love it. It's cozy, and I love it. And it gives us something to be thankful for.
It's just fun. The other little touch that I put on these lamps is it's a tassel, and that was just some tassels that I had. I put it on there, and it just sort of changes the look of it.
Very sophisticated. Well, happy Thanksgiving.
Well, happy
holidays.
Thanksgiving.
We've got a lot more fun coming our way as we get into the brand new season and into the brand new year with you.
Well, and thank you for coming to our Lazy Boy Showroom.
It's been a pleasure. Now I'm going to get lazy. See you later.